more than likely you're probably spending way much money than you need to be spending on sneakers. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where the real deals are. In the first segment, I do want to go ahead and go over the discount retailers. I feel like these are really slept on by lots of people, but a little quick reminder, I do want to tell you guys that the first one you guys are probably gonna know, but I'm telling you guys all the different ways I tell you as we kind of build more farther into the video, you're probably not gonna know. So make sure to watch this video throughout. So first off, this one's kind of self-explanatory. We all know about like the Nike and Adidas outlet stores. You can go ahead and you'll be surprised at how many people kind of skip these, but outlets are still indeed thriving. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those videos on YouTube where people go ahead and find like these grails or just like some sneakers you wouldn't think you would find in the outlet. They really be finding them in the outlet. So I definitely recommend you check in with those and make sure you go and check out your outlets, especially if you're looking for an affordable way to go ahead and shop. Now, I recently was able to go ahead and find the Nike Air Max SC in the Nike outlet, and this was basically going for under $60, which is a great steal. And I also found an Adidas Oswego for about $49, which was quite insane. Now, with that being said, another like couple of discount stores you can go ahead and shop at include Ross, you got Marshalls, and even TJ Maxx. And yeah, this is kind of a dig-through experience, but if you know the sneaker silhouettes you want, you can go ahead and find past season gems, because you know you're not going to obviously find like the newest releases at these type of spots. They kind of have like the more dated stuff, but the stuff that people don't really want. But this is kind of like thrifting. You can always kind of find like a little hidden gem in these places. But with that being said, I once was able to see a pair of New Balance 574s in one of these retail stores, and even a pair of Puma RSXs. So with that being said, if you are strictly trying to shop online, this is about to be the part where you shine. And I've got some websites coming up next that change the game for me. Now, on to our online retailers and secret deals. Now, we have some that you guys may have heard of. There's one that's called ASOS and another one that's called Zappos. But these two are slept on. You probably heard of ASOS, but not much of Zappos. But Zappos is one that has unbeatable return policies, which is huge if you're unsure about sizing. I know when shopping online, things really become hard because you never really get to see if a shoe is true to size or how it's going to fit for you. But this go ahead and just blows that out of the water completely and allows you to go ahead and just purchase without having to worry about whether you can go ahead and turn it back and get your full money back. But ASOS sometimes carries collab pairs and trainers that look designer for basically half the price. So I gotta say, there's definitely a steal at ASOS. Now, also, we're gonna talk about eBay. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I definitely would not sleep on eBay. I feel like I was personally someone that kind of slept on it because I've heard a lot of bad reviews from it. I don't know, I've heard a lot of untrustworthy reviews from eBay, which kind of led me astray. But I gotta say, definitely do not sleep on eBay. Their sneaker authenticity guarantee makes it basically safer than ever. I actually didn't know they had this going on, like kind of StockX and GOAT. Even though you can still get a pair that's not really authentic, but this kind of adds that extra level of security and just adds that extra level of like assurance to you when you're gonna go ahead and buy a sneaker. Now, I gotta say, their used market is definitely a gold mine. I've seen people score lightly wore Jordan 1 mids for like $80, and that is a great price range for a pair of Jordans. Now, last thing I do want to put you guys on, and I feel like this is one that we all know at this point. I feel like this company's been taking over like the delivery space for a minute with their same day delivery, prime delivery, and you guys can probably guess what I'm about to say, but this is Amazon. Amazon is one of those where you can get some consistent deals on like GR pairs, which GR means general release. And you can find models like the Puma Suedes. Those have been a classics. They have been around for a while. You got the Reebok classics and even Vans. So if you want to go ahead and shop for back to school or things of that nature, I know we are in the summertime, so it's a great time to go ahead and think about things like that. I definitely recommend checking out Amazon if you want to have a little budget in there. But with that being said, if you hit it at the right time, you can probably grab some for 30% off, even 50% off that retail price. So if you still want that clean aesthetic without going ahead the retail route, coming up, I have my favorite underrated sneaker website apps in 2025. So first, to kind of kick off this segment, we got Kicks Crew and Hype Boost. Kicks Crew has a high selection, and they're often priced lower than StockX or GOAT. And Hype Boost is kind of focused on more reps and just like fashion forward looks, if that's basically your vibe. I know a lot of people are not really like into that rep world because they don't want nothing fake, and I totally understand that. I personally have never rocked a pair of reps before in my life, but I want to give you guys all the different type of selections and things like that. So that's basically why I made this channel. So if you want to like stay on game with like just sneaker game on how to elevate it, how to go ahead and find some of the most comfortable pairs, everyday lifestyle pairs and things like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button ASAP. But more onto this, I would definitely say check the reviews for websites like these. You can come across some kind of sketchy websites, I gotta say, or just sketchy shoes. So I definitely would make sure you check reviews and always make sure you are 100% sure this is the product you're gonna get. Now, I'm also going to talk about Facebook Marketplace, and this is a platform where you can find some sleeper picks. You can go ahead and negotiate directly from the app and avoid fees. And I gotta say, you can actually find some beaters here you can wear casually for under $40. So definitely go ahead and check that Facebook Marketplace out. And this last one I haven't really like dibbled and dabbled into too much, but I've heard a lot of great things. This one is called Soul Savvy, and this is Soul Savvy's deals page. Now here, if you're into like that real-time alert and exclusive coupon drops, this is going to be the place for you. You got to be real attentive, but it is definitely going to pay off in the long run. And this place is basically going to allow you to like find like community sourced deals that include big markdowns and restocks. So I gotta say, I've caught a pair on here for Ultra Boost under $70, and that is thanks to one of the posts that they posted for the community. So now number 4, this is not going to really be a specific place, but this is going to be more of a mindset thing and kind of a lesson learned that I feel like you guys should be able to pick up on if you guys already have this attribute already. But I gotta say, strategy matters more than just scores. You want to make sure that where you shop at is your ultimate focal point and the ultimate like importance of the whole thing, and you want to make sure that how you shop is everything. Now you can use tools like Honey. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard Honey. You can go ahead and stack cash back and also discounts. You can also sign up for newsletters, and an easy way you can go ahead and get a newsletter that's going to be real easy and more entertaining. Subscribe to the channel. I post every single week on Sundays about sneaker releases, sneaker drops, and things like that. But with that being said, this is a great newsletter. You can always find some other newsletters on the internet, but you can go ahead and use these to your advantage because retailers often send exclusive codes to members first. Now, another thing I do want to say is you do want to set a budget and stick to it, because affordable doesn't mean buying 6 pairs under $100. It means you want to buy what fits your overall rotation. And now, before I go ahead and give you my all-time favorite pairs, here's a quick story about how I learned the hard way. Now, my quick little story for you guys is a story about, it wasn't even an expensive pair of sneakers, but it was just a story that really emphasizes the importance of knowing where to shop, knowing what you want, like the overall purpose, and just knowing what you're gonna get into. Now, this story is kind of when I got a sneaker I really liked, but it was an example of a sneaker that didn't really fit my rotation. So basically, I wanted this sneaker. It was a black sneaker for that fact. It was a pair of Nikes, and you guys let me know if you guys can comment down below what you guys think it is, but it's a sneaker that was really frowned upon for its energy per se. People used to say that if you had this sneaker, you had a certain type of energy. But anyway, me being me, this is a sneaker that I really wanted, and it was something that I really kind of cherished and just wanted to have part of the collection. So one day came by and I was able to actually get them. My friend got them for me as a gift. But these pair, once I went ahead and bought the sneaker, I was wearing it like the first week or so, but then after that, I kind of realized it didn't really fit my rotation. It was like one of those sneakers that I had the exact other color for it, and it was just like I liked that one so much more to the point where I just would rather throw on the white version than the black version. And this sneaker, if you guys were able to comment down below and know it, this is the Nike Air Force One, and I bought it in black, but the black pair was just not one that I really messed with. And this is a perfect example of how I learned the value of just buying what fits in your rotation, because this was an example of a sneaker that just didn't really fit me and like the rotation and what I really wanted out of it. So I definitely would have made sure next time that I just would spend my money on something that actually makes sense, or something that I'm actually gonna wear and not just waste. But with that being said, you guys, my final kind of like number one affordable sneaker source that I gotta say, I haven't really been in it in a while, but this is one that I know has a lot of great steals, and it's an affordable sneaker source for sure. This is DSW. This is the designer shoe warehouse, and it's really slept on. But DSW carries Nike, they carry New Balance, Reebok, and Puma consistently, and they have rotating clearance events like frequently. Plus, if you join their rewards program, you'll get free shipping and even birthday discounts. And when I had to recommend one place to start your affordable sneaker hunt, this would probably be it. Now, if this video helped you at all, make sure you hit that like button and drop down your comment with your favorite affordable sneaker pickup. And make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I've got more guides, more reviews, and affordable finds coming your way. And if you want direct links to every sneaker store mentioned, that will be in the description down below. And if you want to see some more sneaker game videos just like this one, make sure you click the playlist right here. I'll see you in that one.